What is a good amount of points over 9 holes? I want you to comment down below what your best 9-hole Stableford score is. Sam, who's one of my friends and actually been giving him some lessons, if you remember a couple of weeks ago, we went and played Carden Park. 27 points for 9 holes. Yeah, you did hear me right. 27 points for 9 holes. But then there was a massive fall from grace yesterday where we had I can see him in the background here, 25 points for 18 holes with 6 blobs. But I want to share the story of how we got him playing his better golf and actually how we get him back playing his better golf right now and how the right arm works in the golf swing. And down. Lovely. Okay guys, here he is, Mr. Sam Leach, or Bryson DeChambles if you were following my Instagram story. We're at Carden Park. Okay, so you basically played golf as a kid?
Yeah, this sort of like a little bit as a kid. And
then left it, played a lot of cricket.
Played a lot of cricket.
Good cricketer, by the way. And then now, because of lockdown, like a lot of people probably watching this right now, you've got straight back into your golf.
Yeah.
Joined a golf club.
It was everything was open, wasn't it? Well, so it's something to do.
Exactly. So, your golf swing. So let's just rewind and go back to when you. We'll treat it as when you first came back to golf. We'll call it that.
Yeah.
Talk me through what was happening with the ball flight.
Starting sort of left of target.
Yeah.
Finishing very, very, very right of target. Then we sort of had a bit of a lesson.
Yeah.
Managed to get it starting a bit straighter, finishing not as right.
Yeah.
So still with a bit of a fade on it.
So let's just go through that lesson right now. So guys, we're going to break today's video up into basically Sam's lessons to date. We're going to talk about what he did to start with, and then exactly what we're going to do to ultimately what this right arm does in the downswing and how we hit it from the inside, which is something we all want to do. So we went and talked about kind of stance and posture, didn't we? And grip.
Yeah, very basic stuff to begin with. Grip mainly. Didn't grip it right, and just sort of.
So what's your checkpoints for your grip now?
So in the fingers, opposed to my palm. I used to grip in my palm, so
yep.
now it's straight down my finger line, knuckles over. You say try and see 2.5. I try and see maybe 3.
Yeah, but you're going to. Yeah, exactly.
Trying to exaggerate it, and then with a right hand just underneath it, and then just covering half a thumb.
Perfect. So what did the club feel like to you, like when you did that?
Foreign. It felt like I was going to swing it and it was going to end up coming down the fairway, to be honest. Now I've been using it, it's fine.
Yeah.
Like, it feels normal now.
If you went back to your old grip, you'd probably think, what the hell? Like, I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we spoke about, so we almost went through like kind of foundations, how we grip it, how we start it, and actually have a look at Sam's swing here. We'll put a few of these swings up on the side of the screen as we're going through this. Then we spoke about takeaway, didn't we? You were a big fan of opening up this face and really rolling it and lifting these arms.
Yeah.
So you were fighting an open club face, right?
If that's what it's called, then yeah. That's what I was doing.
Okay. So if I got the badminton racket, you were ultimately swinging this badminton racket round and open. And these arms are really high.
Yeah.
So we got you into a position where we felt like the strings are more to the ground, and then we turned more to the top.
More of a turn opposed to like a pull.
Yeah, exactly. And I think a lot of that just comes from a bit of cricket or whatever it is. Everything's more this way rather than this way. Okay, so that is where we're up to right now. Now, if we put a slow motion of Sam's swing that we're going to put on the screen right now, so check out this, guys. We are going to now look at how the right arm works in the downswing. So, go on, Sam. Let's say what you think. Let's just say what you.
What?
No, well, it's great because you think about it. Most people watching this go, actually, I've got some sort of idea what happens, but let's see what kind of your idea of it is. Do you feel you use the right arm? Is it more of a left arm? What is it?
I think at the moment I use probably a lot of left arm and not much right arm. Like I'm trying to pull the club.
Yeah.
So where I want to finish. But you tell me to not.
Fingers crossed.
Should we try to get sort of round a bit more?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe through here.
Exactly. And if you think most players, and you won't mind me saying this, a lot of players in the same situation as you, the swing gets a little bit over, club gets a little bit stuck outside, and it gets steep into the ball, and divots primarily really left, and ball flight really left. Like
deep divots, sort of moving from right to left.
So guys, remember, this is Sunday Swings, and this is where you've got a chance to win a free swing analysis and drills like Sam's getting right here to improve your game. So stick around to the end where you'll find out how you could win some free swing analysis and drills to improve your game. Make sure you stick around to the end. So let's talk about this drill, Sam. A lot of people need this drill to get the club working a little bit more from the inside and then into out, which is hopefully not, I don't think necessarily it's going to make you hit a draw, but I think it's going to hit you less of a slice.
Yeah.
Okay. And it, like you said before, like get
anything
you back.
Straight will do,
but okay, so when you were playing at Carden Park, that back nine was unbelievable. Like,
yeah, it's probably the best round of, well, best 9 holes I've ever played.
Best round of golf, really.
Yeah.
Like, we won't tell you what happened on the front nine.
I saved it on the back nine.
You did save it. So, but the ball, what my point is, the ball was doing less of a curve, wasn't it? It was pretty much dead straight.
Starting just right side finishing, sorry, just left side finishing. Right side, which is as long as you can control it, it's not.
Yeah, and you couldn't anticipate what was going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think when you showed me your swing before this morning and kind of what you told me yesterday, you've got back into bad habits, which we all do. We all do. So what we're going to try and feel here is I'm going to do it with the badminton racket, you're going to do it with the golf club. Yeah. Get your right hand on the badminton racket. If you're left-handed, guys, just do the complete opposite with this. And then I want you to hook your left hand underneath.
Yeah.
Perfect. So we're looking for a couple of elements here. I'm going to show the guys on camera. So we're looking for a couple of elements where we get strings to the ground, so working on the first few elements that we spoke about. We're setting the club to the top, keeping that arm perfect. So now you've actually made a turn with your body, not just the arms lifting, which is fab. So in the downswing now, we're looking for a couple of elements. Club shallows, face strengthens, elbow in front, turn through. So show us that, perfect. Good. Now actually, because you're doing it one-handed, and you know it might feel awkward right now, but actually it makes more sense because the club feels lighter if it works like this to swing through. If you were to move it over, it's actually really hard to make a move, isn't it?
Yeah, you're letting the club head do the work.
Yeah.
Because you can't physically pull it down.
Rather than you said before, you were pulling it through.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I like that analogy. I want you to try that at home. Let the club head do the work. So the first move we're looking for, 1, 2, shallow it in front, turn through. And I think this is something that anybody of any ability can do. And your checkpoints are here. So it goes to top, Sam. Back down to impact. Perfect. And if you just come back to kind of pre-impact, so kind of like hip height on the way back down. Good, so this is what we're looking for. So see how we've got the club face, matching spine angle, club head is slightly behind the hands, and this is the position we're looking for. Slight bit of cupping on the wrist, slingshot the club through, the club starts to work more around the body. So if you imagine right now, it's all more this way, as opposed to over that kind of pulled kind of through feeling. So if you're going to learn this, and this is what I want you to do, Sam, right now, I know you've sort of done a few of these before, get your tee peg out, and if you're on the driving range, maybe don't tee it up, but if you're on the grass and you're hitting some, put a little tee peg. We're going to do 3 on a tee peg, 2 normal shots, and give us some feedback as you're doing it. So I would just do maybe 1 rep of feeling the move,
yeah,
hit it away, 1 rep of feeling the move, hit it away, and so on. Does that feel like the club's travelling more from around the body?
Yeah. So then, you want me to hit off the tee with the...
No, with both hands on.
Okay.
Don't do that, guys. Whatever you do, don't do that. I'm glad we clarified that.
Right, let's go. Oh, 1.
That'd be 1.
Right, go on.
Nice. So there wasn't a draw, but it was a lot straighter.
Yeah.
Started straighter, only moved a little bit to the right.
Yeah.
How did that feel? How did contact feel with that?
The strike was good. I think I came a bit more, probably not as much as I did with the drill.
If you're not going to.
It wasn't this way, it was definitely a bit more.
So it felt like, the analogy that I like you said you felt like the club was dropping it gathered through.
Yeah.
Is that what that kind of right arm drill gave you? Okay, Sam, so you've done 3 on a tee peg, getting used to the feelings. Give us a bit of feedback on how that feels.
Much better.
Okay.
They're starting straighter.
Yeah.
They're not finishing, like I said, not finishing as far right.
We've still got a little bit of this, haven't we?
The strike's a lot better. That's usually, like, I'm getting much better connection on the ball.
And then this...
You know, getting down into the back of the ball and taking a huge slug divot.
Which is exactly what we want to get out of. Like we said, like we watched it on your video, it's very stuck and over and steep into the back of the ball, rather than now it feels probably what is more of a, in inverted commas, a sweep away of the ball, rather than a stab and a pull down towards the ball. Okay, so if you're doing a set of 5 and if you're down at the driving range, guys, please do follow this. Let's hit 2 away late on the golf course now, but because you're in it, like we're trying to not start it as left and we're trying to not finish it as right, I'm going to make you try and say now, just down your ball to target line and in from it, you can't start the ball left of that.
Why not?
So ultimately, like imagine the golf course, right? That was a tree. So that's effectively your tree now. I want you just to be in the sense of, right, okay, that tree's there, I've got to move it around the tree. So that tree is affecting your swing. So effectively the shot is dictating your swing. Rather than you trying to make a move, you're trying to make a shot which applies to the same move that we're trying to make.
Right, okay,
So it's almost a way of you trying to get a swing thought for the course, as opposed to it just being, right, oh, I've got this thing, I've got to do 1,000,001 freaking things in my head. Like, it's hard to do that, isn't it? Like, it's not easy to do. So this is a way of I try and get every student at the end of the lesson to go, right, and get them to take it to a course as well, or get them to take it to their own practice. Get your alignment stick out. If you're a big hooker of the golf ball, do the complete opposite. But now we're a bit of a slicer, we're going to get you to start it just to the right of it.
Okay, yeah, we'll try that. Right.
Hey guys, that is today's YouTube video. A little bit of Sam's story of his fantastic score at Carden Park and then his fall from grace at Northern yesterday. So that is how we're going to get his swing back on track, but I really think a lot of people can learn from that one arm drill, hooking it in there, really feeling as though you get the club to shallow, the face to strengthen, and we'll just go through that one more time, I think, like if we're just recapping that. So one hand on the club, and I think if you've got a badminton racket at home, really try and do this. So the elements we're thinking of here: strings to the ground, turn it to the top. We're trying to feel the head falls and the palms down to the ground then. Perfect, so the strings are to the ground, turn through. So you actually think of this here, Sam, as how much more constant is that face on the way down. There's less of a roll, there's less of a trying to time it, which points where your cricket comes into effect a little bit. And this strings of the racket stay a lot more constant. Like if you had a big heavy weight, we now can throw it around the body rather than throwing it all away from the body. That's another kind of simple analogy to try and get used to that. But I said, right guys, at the start of this video, Sunday swing, so your chance to win a free swing analysis. If you want to be in Sam's place with a swing analysis and drills to help you improve your golf game, it's so simple. Number 1, please do hit that big red subscribe button. There's that 1 down there. Number 2, turn that bell notification on. That makes a big difference in whether you'll be picked. And finally, comment down below, #pick me. Thanks for coming on, pal.
No worries, mate, it's a pleasure. Hope it's on sooner rather than later.